Hi, it's Caitlin and I'm here with a new collection from Lacquer. This collection is a 9-piece collection and it's inspired by the Serpent and the Wings of Night book. The collection you're about to see, everything will be available for pre-order on August 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the pre-order will last for a week. You'll also be able to grab these from any of your favorite stockists that carry Lacquer. There will also be Overpours from the Elden Ring Part 1 collection, as well as Overpours from the Lunar New Year bags. I'll confirm. I'll put that in the description, but I'm pretty sure I got that right. This month there are 6 different polishes that you can get in the mystery bags. Every mystery bag comes with 2 polishes, and if you don't want to take a chance on mysteries, any Overpours from these bags should be available for purchase in a non-mystery way in a couple months. So you'll be able to actually choose from the listing the exact polish you want. But if you're confident you just want to take a chance, then the 2 that I got are absolutely gorgeous. So I will, include a little warning before I show those if you don't want to be spoiled. And I guess we should just get into the nail polishes.
Let's start by taking a look at Heir. This one is a magnetic. You might already be able to tell. It is a black polish with a fine particle magnetic hollow shimmer. And the note here is that the finer particle gives it a better hollow flame, which is absolutely true. On application, this does have kind of like a jelly-ish formula, which I personally really love. It just goes on so smoothly onto the nail. I am swatching over my bare nail, no base coat, nothing for all of my swatches. And I am going to lay down a single coat, and then I'm going to magnetize the second coat, which will give you opacity. Maybe you'll need a third depending on the length of your free edge. But you can see that the magnetic pigment reacts really, really quickly. It gives a beautiful effect, as you're going to see. I'm going to show it 2 ways with the bar magnet, neodymium bar magnet, and as well as with my sort of horseshoe-esque magnet on my middle finger. I'll also show it unmagnetized in the 4-finger finger dance. So I am holding this over my finger for a really long time because I wanted to try to keep that line as tight as possible. And here is a more velvet style effect with a, you could do it with a horseshoe magnet. This is sort of my DIY version of that with a little less magnetic power for safety reasons, and it's just so pretty to look at. I am using the Bee's Knees Lacquer. I'm very fast, quick dry top coat all over all of my swatches. I think it works really well, so if you need a new top coat, definitely grab a bottle when you shop Bee's Knees Lacquer. The polish does dry down a little bit dull, as you could probably see, but the top coat really brings it to life, and honestly, there's nothing more beautiful than a highly glossed up black nail. And of course, the top coat also helps to enhance the holographic effect, which is quite rainbowy. Thankfully, there was sunshine, so you can really see the rainbow effect with this magnetic. I've got a very loosely dispersed stripe on my ring finger. I didn't hold the magnet over top of it as long. And then my pinky is unmagnetized, which just kind of looks more like a black, kind of linear static hollow. So this looks amazing any way you decide to wear it. Here we have You're My Queen, and this one is a sage green lion cousin with cyan to pink shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes. So if you're a fan of lion, cousins, siblings, whatever, this one is super pretty, and it's also, I think it's unique. I couldn't think of any other bee's knees lacquer in my drawer that were comparable to this one. So this one's going to be best when you build it up in 3 coats. The shimmer in here is also really pretty. It's kind of like very Ice Queen, very wintry to me, which I don't know. I'm not sure about the queen in this novel, but I'm sure this polish suits her very well. The formula, if I didn't already mention, is fantastic, super easy to work with, but it does need that 3rd coat to build it up to opacity and also just really make it look like a sage green. Yeah, you need that 3rd coat for sure. In terms of how it dries down, it does dry a little bit dull, and there is hollow in here, so top coat will always help to enhance the holographic effect. And this one is really sparkly. Again, thankfully, I had some sunshine when I swatched these polishes, so you're going to see the hollow in the sun, which is where it looks the best. Next up is another lion cousin. This one's Not Tonight. It's a steel blue lion cousin with purple shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes. This one's kind of cool. It's a little more creamy, crelly-y than the previous polish, which was a lot, I guess, more sheer in the base. This one I just think is so pretty, and I'm really picky when it comes to grays, but this one is perfect. And I think that the hollow flakes stand out beautifully against the base and the shimmer. And the shimmer is actually really strong in this one. So I am a big fan of this polish. This is one that I think you could get away with in 2 if you weren't, in the mood for something deeper. It kind of looks a bit lighter when you leave it in 2, but if you build it up to 3, you get full opacity and you really see that steel blue gray base color. I'm also super hoping that my mic's not picking up my neighbor who's blasting like 80s mall pop. I don't know. It's just that song that was really big, and I imagine like the singer performed at malls back in the 80s. Anyway, hopefully not, because I don't know if that's going to be like some sort of copyright violation. Anyway, this polish does improve with top coat, and you can see the hollow sparkle in this one super well. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I feel like I see more of a rainbow with the hollow flakes in Not Tonight compared to You're My Queen. So don't know if that's real or just an illusion, but I do like the effect, and I love this one in the sun. Next up, we have Give Me One Honest Thing, and this one is a deep ivy green with a glowy purple shimmer. This one is so pretty. It is like kind of getting me hyped up for fall, even though I do love summer. I just love every season, really. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate every single season. So love summer, don't want it to be over, but I also love fall. So when it comes, I hope I'll have time to put this one on because it's so pretty. And I love the formula of this. It's just kind of silky. I've been using that a lot to describe bee's knees lacquer polishes lately, but it definitely has this silken, pearlescent quality to it. The shimmer is so finely milled, and I think that's why. It's just phenomenal, and this might not give you full opacity, so if you like your free edge completely covered, you might want to layer this. I can't fully vouch for how that's going to look because I barely have a free edge, but draw what you can from my experience on my nails here, and I do think it's gorgeous. It covers opaquely for me in 3 coats. To full opacity, that's not really a word, but opaquely, we could make it a word. I don't see why not. This is super shiny, but again, top coat is just going to enhance everything, and can't wait for you to see the shifts in this one. It's just so pretty, and that shimmer also sparkles really beautifully in the sunlight. Now we are back to a lion cousin. This one's a turquoise lion cousin with cyan to pink shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes. It's called You Have Effing Destroyed Me. It's so angsty, I love it. And this one is so pretty. It's also perfectly opaque without causing any staining, and I don't know, just this built up really, really nicely for me in 2 coats to full opacity, and I love this color. I will admit it's really hard to capture on camera. This is as accurate to what I could see with my eyes on my screen. It looks a little more blue, maybe in the 4-finger dance portion coming up, but it's really beautiful. Absolutely love the coverage. Love the hollow flakes in here and love the color. Again, definitely improved with top coat, and this one is just so pretty and looks phenomenal in the sunlight, as you will see momentarily. Here we have Your Soul is My Soul, and you bet your bottom dollar that when the package came and I opened it up, this one made me like gasp because I thought it was so beautiful in the bottle, and I might love it even more on the nail, which is always a nice surprise. This one's a sheer off-white multi-chrome that shifts from green to purple. This has a beautiful formula, and the shimmer is so strong. that it's going to obscure most nail lines, but I am also going to show it on my thumb over top of, I think it's Phantom, which is their white nail line blurring base that came out a few months ago from Bee's Knees Lacquer, for anyone who wants to see how it looks when you layer it. So this is 2 coats of the visible nail line blurring base coat from Bee's Knees Lacquer, and it definitely does help with that opacity. I would still recommend 2 coats of the polish and then 2 coats of the base coat underneath, just to give the smoothest and most even look. This dries down just slightly satiny, so the top coat is going to help make that shimmer glow so beautifully, and I can't wait for you to see the shifts in this one. I really love this polish, and I hope other people love it as much as I do, because I think it's amazing, and you can see even in the dark it's practically glowing. Here we have Your Heart Is My Heart, and that's a rusty pink with glowy pink to red shimmer. Now this one definitely has a really nice buildable finish with that same kind of silky pearlescence that Give Me One Honest Thing had. Just a phenomenal formula, beautiful finish, and when this one builds up, it almost looks like a cream base with shimmer in it. So I don't know, this is just magical to me. I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did, but then I put it on and fell in love with it, quite honestly. I love how this looks on my nails, and I just love this particular finish from Bee's Knees Lacquer. This looks like juicy berries in the best possible way, and oh, I just love it so much. Again, pretty shiny, but top coat will still make it even shinier, and such a smooth, even formula, which is something I honestly expect nowadays when it comes to nail polish. Like, there's really no excuse for having a streaky finish, because come on, it's 2024. So here you can see it in the sunlight, in any light. It's honestly totally stunning. And lastly, from the, nope, that's a lie. There's actually 2 more polishes in the collection before I get into the mysteries. So this is Your Pain Is My Pain, and it's a blackened amethyst with glowy purple shimmer. Again, this is like a amethyst sibling to Your Heart Is My Heart, and I'm 1,000,000% here for it. I do really like the polishes that have a similar shimmer to the base color, because that just kind of creates this wildly eye-catching glow. I mean, the contrasting shimmer is always fun, but this just creates something that looks like it's lit from within. And this formula was particularly, whoa, easy for me to say, particularly opaque. I was really happy with it in 2 coats. Some people will probably need 3, but this one is more of a 2-coater than the other ones we just saw. Here we have Love is Sharper Than Any Steak, which is a blackened ruby with glowy red to gold shimmer. Now I'm always here for a vampy polish, and this one is supremely vampy. It also has a really great formula. I was happy with it in 2 coats, so some people will probably get away with it in 2 coats. And this one had a really pretty shift to it. Kind of reminds me of Autumn Leaves. It's just, I mean, I don't know if the book's about vampires. Maybe. A steak, probably. So this one is definitely very vampy. It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer coated. I'm rewatching that right now. Such a good show. Even though Joss Whedon is an absolute creep, it's still an iconic TV show. And this polish is just perfect. I love it. Definitely use top coat, and I can't wait for you to see how shifty it is and how pretty it looks in the sun. Here are some incoming spoilers in the little bag that the mysteries are coming in this month. So here we have the Phoenix Reborn, and this one is a rusty rose with glowy blue to purple shimmer. These mystery bags are all inspired by The Girl with No Reflection, which is a book, an ARC. I don't know what that means. That must mean something about advanced reader copy. Yes, gonna guess that's what it is. And all of the different mysteries this month are a shimmer finish, and you can get 2 different polishes per bag. But if you don't want to take a chance on mysteries, these will be available at a later date for $14 each. So this polish is definitely on the sheer side. It's that classic gorgeous bee's knees formula. I recommend it in 3 coats, and at 3 coats you get nice coverage. It's still like more of a subtle shimmer, but on my nails length with my skin tone, this looks kind of like a pretty twist on a nude, and I am 100% here for it. I also wanted to show this over the, I think it's called Phantom. Pretty sure it's called Phantom Visible Nail Line Blurring Base Coat from Bees Knees Lacquer. Obviously, if you layer it over that sort of white jelly base, you're really going to see more of the rusty rose base color, and the shimmer still pops off the nail beautifully. Again, I used 2 coats of base coat and 2 coats of polish, and you get pretty much opacity if you do it that way. And last but not least, we have Duty. This one is an orchid purple with glowy green to purple shimmer. This was another one that I gasped about when I saw it, and it did not disappoint on the nails. There are a few other, well, there are 6 options, and there's definitely like a few more that I want if they're all this finish, which they sound like they are. There's a water blue, a mid-tone green, an aqua, and then a lilac. So I might need to pick up the other ones when they become available because I am obsessed with this finish. So again, this one's going to be best in 3 coats. And I just love this particle size for the shimmer, love the base color, and I just love the formula, love the Bees Knees Lacquer brush, everything about this brand. It's like literally probably my favorite brand, definitely one of. And again, I'm going to show it over 2 coats of Phantom base. This is really pretty over that visible nail line blurring base. I really, really like it. Oh, and now my neighbor's playing Madonna from the 80s. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy this polish, and I'll see you in a sec.
I have a lot of favorites from this collection, and initially, I'll be honest, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like these, but then I swatched them and did a lot. So the first one is Your Soul is My Soul. Obviously, it's so pretty. The formula is incredible. It's so shifty. It kind of feels like a whiter sibling of Get Lobstered from part 1 of the Elden Ring collection, which Overpours of that hopefully will be available. I don't think it's sold out, so if you didn't get that polish, you definitely should, because it's like one of my favorite Bees Knees Lacquer polishes ever. The other one I really liked was Give Me One Honest Thing. I'm sure Bees Knees Lacquer might have done sort of like a mossy green with this magenta-y purple red shimmer before, but I don't have any in my collection. So This one I think is absolutely stunning. The formula is incredible. It's so shifty and it's like this beautiful silky finish on the nail, which I'm obsessed with. I really liked Not Tonight, which, wow, I'm being so like honest, but yeah, I guess like I'm not the craziest about the Lion Sibling polishes if I'm being completely honest, but this one I found to be really, really special and beautiful. So yeah, I really, really like this. Might be one of my favorite Lion polishes to date. And lastly, I wanted to mention Heir because that magnetic is so beautiful, and the way that Bee's Knees is creating these holographic magnetic polishes, they're using like a really fine hollow particle and it works super well. So you actually get like a linear rainbow effect with your magnetic stripe or whatever you decide to do. So this one's super well done and I just love a good black polish. So let me know in the comments what you think of this collection, and yeah, hopefully you like it as much as I do, because I really do think all these polishes are really special. They are sort of like transitioning me mentally towards like fall and vampier colors, even though I don't want to wish summer away. I do like that palette. So that's it for me and this video. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.